Today I'm gonna do a detailed analysis, verse by verse, of Du Hast by Rammstein, the German band. I will translate and comment the German version of the lyrics. If you want more content like this, leave this video a like and let me know in the comments what you want to see in the next videos, and let's begin. Du hast in German means you have. It comes from the verb haben. But when you hear it, you can't differentiate between du hast like this and du hast like this, because they are homophones, they have the same sound. Hast, to have, comes from haben, and hast with two s's comes from hassen. In the song they are playing with the double meaning when you hear it of haben and hassen. So initially when you hear du hast mich, you can think that he's saying you hate me. But you can also think that he's saying you have me. But you have me sounds kind of strange. So I would say that usually people will think that he's saying you hate me at first. But then he says, du hast mich gefragt. You have asked me. Then you know that the meaning is to have, or that the meaning changed here. And that is on purpose because they are playing with the words here. Then he says, du hast mich gefragt und ich habe nichts gesagt. You have asked me and I have said nothing, or I didn't say anything. Then he asks, willst du, bis der Tod euch scheidet, treu ihr sein für alle Tage? It's something like, do you want, until death separates you, to be faithful to her for all days? Here they are playing with the way Germans usually say the vows when they are getting married. Wollen sie einander lieben und achten und die Treue halten, bis dass der Tod euch scheidet? Do you want to love and respect each other and to remain faithful until death separates you? And usually the answer is yes, I do. Here there is a female voice saying ja, but he says nein. Apparently it's a wedding. He was asked if he will love her forever, and he says no. But at first he didn't say anything, so he was probably in doubt before. He was at the wedding, he was thinking, he wasn't sure, he was asked and he didn't say anything. Then he was asked again and he finally said nein, no. Then he's asked again, willst du bis zum Tod der Scheide sie lieben auch in schlechten Tagen? Here there's another wordplay, because Tod der Scheide, like this, really means something similar to death which would separate. He's using the verb scheiden, separate, but he's using a form that is called Konjunktiv 1, or Möglichkeitsform, form of possibility. This verbal form demonstrates impartiality, distance from what is being said, and indirect speech. So we could think that the wedding officiant is saying it, that's why it's the indirect speech here. And generally it's used in written form and formal texts. We could think that it's because it's a formal ceremony here. But I would say that it's not the case. This possibility form is being used here just because it sounds like Tod der Scheide, like this. And there's a huge difference between Tod der Scheide, lowercase, and Tod der Scheide, uppercase. Tod der Scheide, lowercase, as I said before, means something like death which would separate. But Tod der Scheide, uppercase, means death of the vagina. So I would say that they are using this verbal form just so that it sounds ambiguous, to play with this double meaning. The most common form that they could use here is the Indikativ, Wirklichkeitsform, form of reality. It would be scheidet. Willst du bis zum Tod der scheidet, sie lieben auch in schlechten Tagen. The meaning would be very similar, almost the same if we try to translate it, but there would be no double meaning. So here, with the possibility form, they have this double meaning. And why do they want this double meaning? What could death of the vagina mean here? Maybe he's reducing the woman to a vagina, or it's a rude way to say death of the woman, death of the vagina. Or it could even think that death of the vagina is the moment when the vagina can't be used anymore. So when the woman is too old, for example. So do you agree to love her even in her bad days? There's a female voice again, yeah, but he answers 9. And bad days in a marriage are just bad days. But if we consider that it's a vagina, what are the best days for a vagina? It's the period, the menstruation. So do you agree to love the woman even in her bad days? Or do you agree to love the woman or the vagina even during her or their period? No, he doesn't. So this yeah, yes could be the voice of the spouse or the family, society, but his answer is always 9. No, he doesn't want to get married here. So the lyrics are very short and kind of simple, but they are playing with this double meanings. What does it mean? What is the conclusion? We could say that it's a love-hate relationship, because at the beginning he could be saying you have, but he's probably saying you hate me to the spouse. Or even if it means you have me, it could be a total surrender to love, what doesn't seem to be right here. Or it can indicate a possessive relationship. So it's either possessive or even a surrender to love, or even the opposite, a certain disgust and a hate for each other. And the double meanings can indicate that the lyrical speaker has doubts about the wedding. So when someone, probably the officiant, asks him if he will love the spouse or the vagina, he doesn't answer right away. He has doubts, but then he gives it some thought and answers 9. This was the analysis. Just remembering that the English version of the song is just a version. It's not a translation of the song. What I did here was a translation and explanation, but their English version has another meaning. If you want me to make another video about the English version, you can let me know in the comments. Give it a like if you want more content like this. And if you want to support my work here, you can become a patron with just $1, and it would be a great help so that I can keep doing videos like this. That's it. Thanks for watching, and ciao.